And sending their hard-earned tax dollars. By the way, today's tax day, April 15th. Everyone's having to pay the IRS to fund this government that doesn't care about actually fixing the problems here at home. They just want to kick the can down the road.
Houston taxpayers looking to take advantage of free help from the IRS were turned away from an office in Southwest Houston. The sudden closure of the office leading to a lot of frustration.
No motherfucking well, till I get my money on, and I ain't playing, and it's gonna anything goes. Yeah, I've been waiting so long. You feel me? We will not be here. I ain't going nowhere till I find my return. I need.
Like last month, y'all was expecting no.
This was the scene at the IRS office on South Gessner. According to the IRS website, the office was supposed to be open until 4 p.m. today to help people with last-minute filing. But people waiting for assistance were notified just before 11 a.m. that the office would be closed.
Doors were supposed to open at 9, and they came out and said, we're not serving nobody today. I've been out here with my elderly mom since 6:30 this morning. People literally were here at 12 o'clock last night.
In part, quote, delays on Saturday occurred due to overwhelming taxpayer demand for assistance, and the IRS is committed to serving those who weren't able to receive in-person help.
This is the line. Of course, it's going to be some foolishness. This is the line for everybody that need to verify their taxes. And then it's around the corner. If you can see over there, it's around the corner. They trying to tell people to go home. They finna have some problems.
All right, guys. So as of the making of this video, it is the end of tax day, probably one of the most dreadful days of the year. A day where the IRS steals your money. Okay, this is what they do because taxation is theft. Okay, can't stand tax day. I never look forward to it because I always owe the IRS money. Okay, sorry if I don't want to give the IRS a interest-free loan. Okay, so I always owe them money. Right now, there's some parts of the country that are lining up outside of the IRS, which I'm not sure why you would do. If you owe them money, okay, you're not going to see me lining up outside of an IRS building to pay them more money. Definitely not going to happen. But I think it's probably because these people aren't paying the federal government more money. The federal government actually owes them money, right? They're getting a refund check, okay? So they're outside lined up for a refund check. But for whatever strange reason this year, the IRS is, it seems like they're making excuses for giving out the refunds, okay? They are making people verify their identity in order to come in and to get their refund, right? So they're saying, look, we're not just going to give you your refund, even though you've already filed your taxes. You have to verify your identity first, and then we'll send you your refund. Kind of sketchy to me, right? I'm just saying, I'm not sure if this story was a thing last year, and then, you know, you have that happening in Atlanta. In Houston, you have IRS offices closing down because people need in-person assistance. So, yeah, I mean, it seems like the whole IRS system is just trash, okay? It's just trash. Not good, not efficient. I mean, typical bureaucratic government institution. So, I want to react to this news clip out of Atlanta as you have a lot of people waiting outside of the IRS office in order to try to collect their refund, right? They're definitely not there to pay the IRS. And they're being turned away, okay, even though the IRS needs them to verify their identity in order to get a refund. So I think this is strange, but let's go ahead and get into it.
Turned away after waiting hours for tax help. There was a line in front of Atlanta's Tax Assistance Center today as they held extended hours ahead of Monday's tax deadline. And our Atlanta News First reporter, Brittany Ford, spoke with people in that line who blame this all on a lack of organization.
This was the line in front of the IRS Tax Assistance Center Saturday. People wrapped in blankets in lawn chairs as early as 6 a.m. ahead of the 9 a.m. opening.
The line is around 2 corners, 3 corners. This one, 4 corners. It's 4 corners long.
The IRS held the extended hours Saturday ahead of Monday's tax deadline. No appointment needed. People were able to get one-on-one help from an IRS representative. But Atlanta News First learned many of them didn't come by choice.
All I need to do is verify my identity, and that's it.
It's a tiny process, but still in all, to wait this long.
Almost everyone we spoke to had already filed their taxes, but received an email or letter in the mail similar to this, stating they needed to come in person to verify their identity before their refund could be released.
Yeah, so again, that's weird. And I'm just saying this because this is happening all across the country, okay? I mean, it's Houston, Detroit, okay, is happening. This is Atlanta. I'm not sure if, again, this is a coincidence, okay? I mean, you know, our government, it seems like money's pretty tight, okay? I mean, even though we continue to send it overseas, okay? I believe that the IRS may be trying to hold up some people getting their refund checks because, I don't know, right? They may not be able to give them that money right away. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure, right? I have no clue. But what I do know is that if you owe the IRS money, they're never going to say, hey, before you pay us, before you give us your money, okay, before we steal it, we got to verify your identity, right? We need to verify your identity or else we can't take your money. Wow, I wish they did that, right? I really wish they did it. Like, if only they made people who actually owe them money, okay, and I say owe, again, in quotations here, if they made them wait, okay, in order to pay, or, you know, say, hey, you can't pay us until you verify your identity, that'd be great, right? They only do this with people that they're going to give money back to, okay? So, again, I want you guys to understand, the IRS, they'll take no time deducting taxes out of your paycheck, right? Taking tax out of your bank account if they have to. But when it comes time to give you a refund on the money that they took from you, on money that they owe to you, okay? Interest-free, by the way, right? They got that money interest-free. Now they want to, you know, slow walk it, right? That's what they want to do. They want to hold it up and say, hey, we need to verify your identity before we send you the money. Again, it's fascinating how that works. Fascinating.
Kept calling the phone numbers. It's such a hassle just to get through the phone numbers and get information about what's going on and what you need to do. I finally got the phone number, said I could verify over the phone. Try to verify over the phone. No, you have to come in person.
Frustrated and fed up.
The last day to file your taxes is April 15th. It's Monday, right? But guess what? We still gonna have to verify after Monday.
Dozens of people in line had no other choice but to wait.
Yes, I want my money. I work for this money. It's my money and I want it now.
Hopefully it's over soon and everybody get their money because it's time to get paid.
In downtown Atlanta, Brittany Ford, Atlanta News First.
Now, the IRS is hosting another walk-in event on May 18th for late filers. Atlanta News First reached out to the IRS on today's long lines. We did not immediately hear back.
Now, again, I wonder how many of these people are net taxpayers, right? You know how it is. Some people, you know, they actually end up getting more than they actually put into the system, right? So they get a refund, but they really didn't contribute to the system, right? Some people get a refund because they paid too much in the sense that, yeah, I mean, you net paid into the system and you paid a little bit too much, okay? You took a little bit too much out of your paycheck or whatever, and they give you a little bit back, right? But I wonder how many of these people did pay that much into the system, but yet, you know, they're getting all these tax credits and deductions or whatnot, and then, you know, they end up getting back all this money more than they paid into the system, right? I guarantee you it's probably more than you think. Okay, so that's Atlanta. Let's check in on Detroit.
Racing against the clock. Hundreds lined up around the block for free tax help in downtown Detroit today ahead of Monday's tax deadline.
But not everyone could be seen, and tonight we're hearing from the IRS about what to do if you still have unresolved issues with filing. Jacqueline Francis is live on this story for us tonight. Jacqueline.
Will and Pam, that's right. The IRS offered face-to-face tax help here at the federal building downtown today, where the turnout was just overwhelming. And now we're hearing from the IRS directly as they work to make sure everybody gets the help they came out for. The line seemed never ending.
We sitting out here with kids. It's cold. It's messed up, man.
Especially if you were in it.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do to make sure that I get mine.
Hundreds of people came out to take advantage of the IRS Taxpayer Assistance Center downtown Saturday, where they offered free face-to-face help from 9 to 4. The service is not to file your taxes for you. Rather, it's there to help with tax account issues such as verifying someone's identity.
We're here to clear our name and our identity so we can receive our taxes that we work hard for.
But as you can imagine, with a line this long, not everyone got the help they came for.
This building had to have every employee here for all these people to be seen today.
The IRS responding to us with a statement writing, quote, "Delays on Saturday occurred due to overwhelming taxpayer demand for assistance, and the IRS is committed to serving those who weren't able to receive in-person help. For people we couldn't serve in person, we are collecting names and numbers when possible so an IRS representative can call them back."
AKA, it ain't happening, right? It ain't happening, bruh. I mean, has anybody ever tried to call the IRS? It's an absolute nightmare. Again, just another inefficient bureaucratic institution I think should be abolished, right? It really should, okay? I think that we should have a flat tax, okay? This is why you should have a flat tax, okay? 15% across the board. And I'm being generous about that, okay? I'm being generous. The libertarian in me says 15 maximum. It'd be nice if a good, 10%, less would be even better. But I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying, in a world where the government actually could use our money efficiently and provide, decent goods and services for people by paying 15%, everybody pay their fair share, 15%. That would be nice, right? If only we had a world like that. But unfortunately, that's just not how it works, okay? That's just not how it works. So you got to deal with stuff like this.
The deadline to file your taxes is Monday. The IRS tells us that they will be upping staffing levels at all their local offices throughout next week, and they're going to have more people manning the phones as well. Reporting live.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that, okay? Chaos on tax day. Again, not for people who owe the IRS money, okay? But for the people who getting a refund. So, they're going to make you work for your money, okay? Now, again, if you owe them some money, they're going to make you pay quick, fast, in a hurry, okay? They're not going to have no delays on that. But if they need to refund you some money, they need to give you some money, they're going to take their sweet little time, and you end up with stories like this. It's pretty fascinating how that works. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.